Hey everyone, we'll get started in just a moment or two. Dev, why don't you say a few words so we can make sure they can hear you?
Oh, I almost forgot to mention, there is a massive thunderstorm rolling in, so there is a non-zero chance that I may lose electricity.
That's good to know ahead of time. Here it's just hot.
I'm hoping that the storm coming in cools it off because oh my god, it is hot and fucking humid.
Okay, they can hear both of us. You ready to go, Dev?
Yep.
Okay. Welcome to the WtW podcast. We're here to entertain and inform a bit while talking about Digimon. I'm Mark, who run WtW and produce Digimon on Blu-ray.
I'm DevHugh, and a binturong is a creature that exists.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people have not only learned that fact, but also feel the need to link the Wikipedia page to everyone. And my primary thought
They're
is
learning.
you did not know that animal existed yesterday.
Like you're one of those 10,000 people that learned a new thing today.
How has your week been, Dev?
Very, very hot and humid. Like 95% humidity, close to 100 degrees. I'm dying, Squirtle.
Mine has been hot, and also, you'll know what I'm talking about, Dev, and most of our audience will. You ever just one day you're scratching your leg, and then you're like, "Oh, there's a mark in my leg." Is that from scratching idly, or is that like bug bite, or did I get scratched from something? And then
All the time.
and the problem is you've scratched it enough that you can't really judge what it is anymore.
Like, did I also scratch this with my hands? Did I scratch this with my foot in my sleep?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I could have walked past something and gotten horribly maimed, but
yeah.
there is blood there.
And mine is right on the knee.
Ooh.
Anything that moves a lot is always great.
Yes,
Ah,
very related.
yeah.
I have a massive burn on my leg from working on the Gabumon cosplay.
To be fair, you showed me some pictures of that. That's looking great. Next time, you should share some images of that, and we'll show it on the show because that's looking quite good.
Yippee!
Okay, and then episode 35 of Beatbreak, Rampaging Instinct. It doesn't feel like it's been a really long time to get to this episode, Dev.
Yeah, this could have been done like at least 7 episodes sooner.
There's a lot to go over. So first, we start with Reina walking in a dream. We get Kyo without a face saying, "Don't need anything useless in this family," and she wakes up looking tired and worried. And we quickly jump to Gekomon eating all he can at breakfast and also eyeing Reina's food.
So he's basically like my cat.
Yeah. We hear they've been training a lot later. Uh, I like the insight from Makoto that she's overwhelmed, but he also won't tell her because he's worried she'll take it as an insult. And I wish I wish this had been like an actual character arc, because that would have been something really cool to have come up from someone else if this was an ongoing thing. Like the idea that he's aware something is clearly wrong, but he's not comfortable talking to her about it.
Yeah, it's like, she's having enough problems. I don't want to be like a dick and maybe cause her to blow up
Yeah.
by asking if she's okay emotionally.
And then we get her doing push-ups with Pristymon, flashed back to the Rose thing's weird because she only had met her one time before that.
Yeah, and she was just kind of cool for like a minute when she wasn't even looking.
Yeah. And then off to Maki, we find out about Bombermon, Gift again, attacking the World Union. A number of cleaners have been taken out. Reina wants to go after them, and Kyo just looks concerned.
And it's like,
This
is she trying to bite off more she can chew?
does it feel like this arc has really like
Dragged.
basically no basically since episode 24, Kyo is not around enough to be relevant.
Yeah, he's off to the side doing
Well,
things so that
there's
the
there's been a few
lower level members can grind XP.
there's been some episodes where they don't even mention where he is. So then they go to a place where they make Sapo look for Bombermon. And can we just say how neat Bombermon looks, and that they've been throwing all of the extra Gamamons in?
I am very delighted by that. Bombermon looks
So
absolutely
here's
cool as shit.
so here's an interesting one. Would Gilly Dumon have worked better instead of Vulturemon a few episodes ago?
Ooh. Actually,
Or
no,
do you
I
think
think they're okay sticking with Voltramon
it
just
had to
because
be
they
flying
need kind
for?
of like
Yeah,
flying.
yeah. Okay, yeah, you're actually right on that one. Makoto and Kyo are elsewhere. I Did they say where they were? Or are we just supposed to take it as a second location that might have been bombed?
Oh, they did say that
Okay,
they're at the other location,
okay. And
and
Reina's
you're on
just
the communicator with them.
okay. That's one of those things where I got so focused on other stuff I forgot. Reina's distracted as a girl walks in with Bombermon. The Digimon rush Bombermon. It throws bombs at him. Gets Gekomon really good. I Does it feel like they were like set up to be prepared for this and they didn't end up being prepared at all?
Um,
Rush.
hard to
Well,
say because,
I mean
like,
in the sense
yeah,
of like they were prepped to know the level. They were prepped to know how it attacked, what type of Digimon it was, and then Gekomon just rushes it. The girl
Kikamon is a little bit of a dumb bitch.
the girl likes the bombs. Bomberman credits E-Pulse. And then Gekomon like comments on Tomoro's E-Pulse. They evolve. We get Monarch, Lizamon, and Wolvermon. Using the evolution is actually a good way of framing her issues. And Bombermon is fast enough that Monarch can't really do all that much about it. Although Wolvermon,
Also, he's indoors. Like, even though it's a
yeah,
very excessively large open area for, a production
yeah,
facility, it's still not great terrain.
yeah. Um, Bombermon mocks her level of power. Reina wants Tomer to get in front. To her credit, like it's not the wrong call, but she's also like almost sobbing when she says it. And Bombermon dodges anyways, and bombs all over the room and explode.
Achoo!
The others show up, and we get Monarch protecting under the rubble. Ugh. Wolvermon is holding Reina, who's not really talking. Kyo's glad everyone's okay. Tomoro points out they're only actually okay because of Reina. And then
It's like, oh yeah, she evacuated the place beforehand.
this is where she get kind of switches over to pity. She should have had Monarch take the lead, which is funny because they even point out during it Monarch is not really fast enough to deal with Bombermon. Like power or not,
I also wish that in previous episodes they would have more pushed or pointed out, it's like, hey, Wolvermon's actually really fast.
yeah, it's
Or at least mentioned it. I
yeah.
mean, sure, she was chasing down a motorcycle before and running through the snow, but them
Keel,
voicing the bonuses a
yeah,
little more would be better.
yeah. Multiple of them try to stop her, like insulting herself, basically. And oh no, bad news. That they go on a boat to a hydrogen plant on the water. Weirdly, I'm not sure what the point of this was. Am I wrong, or did they say the World Union didn't own it until like 2 days before?
That is correct. But that does kind of make sense by the end of the episode, sort of.
I guess it I get what you mean where it makes sense. I'm just not sure it was actually relevant. And then bombers are there. Elevator doesn't work. Bombs at the bottom, and it's a time bomb. And hey, Reyna eye catch. This is the only reason why it made sense not to use Reyna last week. Was Reyna this week? Um, the bomb is where all the
She's allowed to
storage.
have two in a row.
I would have been fine with it. Multiple bombs where the storage tanks are. Bomberman has put bombs on the way, and Wolvermon is taking out as many as it can. And Reyna's exhausted. Wolvermon notices. Can we also, and tell me if I'm wrong here, Dev? Does it really not make sense to use Scourge Teropmon here?
It
It
really doesn't, because like
it doesn't
it can locate things and
but what I mean
it
is,
has little speaky things.
it does it look like it fits in this area, especially as a jet?
It's a plane. It's a plane and it's
Yeah.
indoors.
Um,
Underwater, apparently.
we got Reyna flashing back to Rose again. She starts to kind of have a panic attack and orders Wolvermon to attack. Uh, Reyna trips, bomb jumps face, Wolvermon takes the brunt. Back to Pristimon. And then we get all the Bonchas launch at them, and they look up to find Kyo and Marasimon there. Poor Marasimon back to Cougarmon, and Kyo doesn't look well either. Reyna tries to
He's doing
apologize.
his
I know.
best.
Kyo tells her to take the lead. They have to take out Bombermon, and
It's
Ki-
okay, I've had that music
yeah,
in my head
and,
all
and
day.
Kyo points out the obvious thing that has been pointed out in the episode. Only Wolf. This is also where like they kind of diminish the idea that you need an evolution here. Is this Wolvermon's speed is their chance? Uh,
And also, like, the wide range multi-hit attacks.
yeah. Um, Reina hesitating. This is a good point for Tomoro to step in because so often it's been Reina telling something to Tomoro. He steps in saying it's not like her. Uh, then she gets upset at Tomoro saying this. She wants to cut loose, have Pristimon evolve higher. She can't. She's trying to be useful. Tomoro tells her to stop. They'll support her. She can cut loose as much as she wants. She always keeps moving forward. And then Kyo talks about the first job they had in Glowing Dawn. We get a flashback to it. Um, Reina,
It would be nice if this was brought up earlier.
yeah, uh, Pristimon saying they eat what they earn. Reina thinks Kyo's a problem with that, and she expects Kyo to kick her out, and instead he hugs her. They don't need to change their family. They support each other through weaknesses, whatever that is, doing whatever they can. Which is a bit odd because this was like she's not really family yet at this point. Like they said, this was like the first thing, right?
Well, it sounds like the first job they pulled off,
So
so
I get, yeah,
it's
that
unclear how long she was with
yeah,
them.
that loopholes that she could have been there for a while. So yeah, that's fair enough. Um, Keo points out there's more of them now. That means she can cut loose even more because there's more people to support her. Christymon says they can do it. She jokes she's so unreliable, Reina can't trust her. Reina apologizes, blames for the evolution. Christymon doesn't want her to bottle up that sort of thing. They can get stronger together. Christymon also points out being weepy doesn't really suit Reina. Sapotama pops out. Does it feel like a lot of people were shocked that they were using the same insert song as Scourge?
Yes. And honestly, I was too. I was hoping for something else just because, like, oh, the song has lots of imagery of, like, flying and opening your wings and taking to the sky. And she, that fits,
It
Scourge
see,
and
I feel
Makoto, but
I feel like it works thematically. I feel like with Reina getting so little since second 5 of the show, it would have been nice.
give her her own goddamn insert song, you
And
bastards.
we get evolution to Bearcatmon, which is speedy athletic Digimon, leaps up, and it's really shocked how much it speeds up. Leaps. Bomberman wants her partner to leave to avoid everything. She won't. Uh, Great sequence where Bearcatmon reaches for Reina. They jump to the time bomb to hit the core. Bomberman tries to stop them. The skates pop out, and we get kind of like the flying around the room on the walls using the skates.
Choo!
We get
Gotta
the,
go fast.
the girl pumping more E pulse makes the bomb bigger. Reina asks everyone else to stay out of it and trust them. Bombermon really does not like it bouncing around. And then it re- Bombermon realizes as it's fighting Bearcatmon, Reina is gone, and we see her with one of the claws slamming down on the core. Uh,
Which
Great.
it's good to harken back to when she it was basically grabbing Ludomon and
Yeah, I was gonna say like
swinging him
that is
around.
a great little thing.
Little callback.
I can't decide if it would be cooler. Like here's the thing: the Ludomon moment was cool. I can't decide if it would be cooler if maybe they didn't do it because this is here like her recovering her passion and everything.
Well, so late in the series, basically, it's like, okay, if you're doing something crazy, it's nice to have shown that yes, she is crazy enough to do that
Yeah, no, you're right.
beforehand.
Uh, the girl pumps more E pulse into the time bomb. Um,
Go, Daedara, go.
and then uh, Bearcatmon speeds in and whacks it hard. Very good whack, I have to say. And boom. And the Gamamon. This is where like they actually do trip using the Gamamon babies, the Gamamon forms. Is they aren't willing to have it not be that exact baby.
Yeah. It's like, up,
There it
another
is again.
one.
Uh, Tomoro thinks it was all a bit much. Makoto comments that's her style. And Reina falls unexhausted, hugs Bearcatmon about how awesome it was. Friends, partners, family. And we jump to Gift and Miharu. They lost another comrade. One target's left for them on their target list, and it's Wong. And we see Wong being driven home, and there are bombs blocking the road. Kaboom. And Miharu is pleased the plan worked, basically suggesting that the entire setup for Bombermon being out there was to distract from that. So,
Also, that makes me realize when we were mentioning, like, oh, why they bringing up that it was like purchased like 2 days before. I just remember they had split up between the two potential targets in the area. So if there were three targets, they would have split the team even more.
but that's what I mean though is if they had set up the target so
Watsonian versus Doylist.
yeah, it's where they could have timed the targets that existed so they would be dealing with it at the time Wong was out. So it isn't clear. Now, the actual answer is because they wanted to have a weird, nondescript place where they could have it be big enough for the skating sequence and everything, and that's fine. It just bit weird. Um, Nice that we finally get Rain and Pristimon evolving. Episode was fun. I'm not sure it actually dealt with Reina enough in a fulfilling way, though, to be honest. Just because it was not a
No.
it wasn't a problem that existed more than an episode ago. Like
They should have seeded more of her problems a little bit
I
earlier.
want Reina I want her background and like does it like they haven't shown it to us, but it feels like she is supposed to have depth, doesn't it?
Yeah, but they've just been focusing on everyone else. It's like they say that, like, oh, she has had these experiences before,
Yeah.
but they don't really show
And
it.
I think what tripped for me also, and I mentioned this while we're talking about it, am I wrong? Or did they not like give the feeling that this might actually be cooler if she's able to do it with Wolvermon and not evolve? And
That
Q
would have been badass,
and
and
Q
also would have, kind of harkened back to sort of like V-Tamer and Come On Digimon, where it's just like, hey, you don't need a evolution
well,
to
and
do the thing.
that's the thing. Kyo even said, and we even see them beat an equivalent level Digimon just a couple episodes ago, which is why it kind of is weird. Um, I do like Tomoro sort of turning the lessons back on her. I I just feel like need more background for her. Although
Yeah.
also, and so here's the thing, I like Bear Catmon as design because it kind of fits into the not quite as standard humanish Digimon being a bit different, sort of like when we got Lovely Angemon and went, oh, that
Yeah, it
is
kind
a
of gives me a like a Minervamon
yeah,
vibes with
I like the
giant bulky
style.
head.
I It doesn't feel like a little trying too hard, specifically having it be Reina's partner though, like the sports outfit.
Honestly, I was expecting something more like Lamortmon.
See, I feel like I understood why people were saying that. I think the instant they talked about speed, that went away in my head as a possibility. Um, yeah, I feel like if we'd gotten more detailing of Reina, any little issues I have would have gone away.
Yeah,
Uh,
but it's just like, oh, here's like a little sprinkling.
yeah, we have not got enough Reina, especially since this is technically her first evolution episode.
Yeah.
Then for guest actors this time, Shiroi Izawa played Sana, who's the partner of Bombermon. She was Mienomon and Warudamon and Atmon. Uh, she's Pochita and Chainsaw Man.
Aw.
Uh, EM Pino and Eden Zero. Nanachi and Maiden Abyss. Mayumi and Silver Spoon. And she's Skype in the dubbed over version of Paw Patrol, for those who enjoy that. And then Bombermon is Yu Kobayashi, which feels like a message, because on top of her very long association with Digimon, would you like to know some of her roles for Digimon?
Yes.
Makoto and Hunters, who's a small character. Then we're going to skip over the biggest one and go over to Shellmon and Venusmon and Time Stranger. And you ready for the biggest one, Dev?
Yes.
She's Ruli in Ghost Game. Message. It feels like that's kind of like a message, doesn't it?
That
Uh,
is kind of funny.
then she's Sasha in Attack on Titan. She has so many roles that even like listing a few, I did too many, so I'm going to kind of skip them quickly. Uh, Black Maria in One
Wall of
Piece,
text.
Lala in School Rumble, Naruko and Sedokai Yakuindomo, Lucina and Kid Icarus stuff, and various characters in Fire Emblem games. At different times, she's been Lucina, Marth, Young Marth, I think, and others. So a lot.
Gets around.
Yeah. Then next time we get episode 36, Twisted Code. It it's weird because here's the thing: because of the episode count and because of the preview, it's like in everyone's head this is going to be the finale of Gift because if they keep to the numbers they did before, this actually would be the end of it. I don't know. Like, does it feel like we've
See if
had
they
like?
pull it off, because the pacing's been a little fucky.
Well, that's what I was say. Like, do you feel like we've had a proper gift arc at this point, or at least in the
We've
sense
had
of,
like 3 episodes of Gift
well,
Arc.
yeah, like in my head when I think of, okay, it's is it going to end at 36, 37, 38? I go, when's it going to start?
It's just so in the background that
And here's the thing: I feel like, and to be fair, this is a cheat because we don't technically know if it did not very much seem based on information we got earlier and knowing what the next Toei show probably taking the time slot is, that there's only so much time left. If it felt like we're like, oh, it's an ongoing show until they decide to end it, then it might matter less. But there's a some sort of ticking clock.
There's it's a syndicated show. There's only so much time left.
Oh, it's does it count as syndicated?
Maybe?
Eh, it's weird because it technically is like a blocked out time slot, but it's not really syndicated the way we think of it. Because, well, we know what Toei is going to put there, which is almost a 99% chance it's going to be Beerus. But we will see what happens next week.
All of the
I, I,
Dragon
I
Balls.
would say if Gift Arc were to end in an episode or two, I would not mind seeing how they dig through the rest of the stuff that's been hinted since the beginning of the series. Then,
Hopefully they don't pull a ghost game. Please
see, I
don't pull
think
a
that's
ghost
the other
game.
weird thing, and maybe I'm wrong. It feels like the setup here they intend to actually deal with. It doesn't feel like the 20 times during Ghost Game we went, oh, this will be interesting when they decide to follow up on it, and they never do.
And then they didn't.
Like, do you remember how excited we were when Ruli left her friends at the end of the one episode, and the friends make clear they know she's hiding something, but they trust her enough that they're going to leave her to deal with it on her own for now because they trust her, and they just never bring that up again.
Yeah, or constantly cameoing like the black Digimon in the background anytime Galoosh shows up. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, that meant absolutely
To
nothing.
be
We
fair,
were just,
they did stop doing
having him
that
looking.
because they only did that, what, 3 times, I think?
3 or 4?
Because it was Agumon, it was Galgomon.
Bunny. I think
I
a
for,
Groundmon. Something else.
yeah, but yeah. Then we get some Beatbreak updates. First, 4 pieces of art from episode 34. What's weird is I like them. Are they less interesting than we've seen in recent weeks? Since it's sort of just glowing dawn floating heads.
They've spoiled us lately,
Yeah.
so.
They do spoil us a bit though. So first we get episode 34 line animation of get the eating ramen with a bit of gift. And then they jump
Food
back
porn.
to give us more from episode 33. This is the minute preceding the last clip, I believe.
I
So
like seeing the details or, lack thereof of the little gift hideout. It's like, oh,
yeah,
that's interesting.
it's neat. Then new issue of Animedia came out, focuses on Makoto and Trotmon, and has an interview with Arisa Sakane, who is Makoto's voice actor. Uh, she discusses their bond and also the episode where Trotmon evolves to perfect, which very neat. The little beat break corners they've had in Animedia have been nice.
I also like that little artwork of Chirotmon, like, in front of Motokoto, and he's just like, going zoom.
Like a bullet,
Yes.
because you know what it really reminds me of? Bullet Bill.
Oh my god, you're right. Yes. It's like the same shape and kind of like.
Yeah.
Phew.
Then to celebrate the release of the CD single of Mirror Mirror, they did a full music video. Uh, I watched through it a couple times. Very nice little video. And then Yana posted from photos from one of her concerts that they had that day, including her hanging out with Gekkomon. Also,
I also want to hug the
I will
Gekomon.
say, am I wrong, or is this a different Gekkomon mascot suit than we've seen before? I don't remember it bunching up at the shoulders like that.
Also, if you kind of like look at where her knee is, the Gekomon might be kneeling down to get that
Oh,
shot.
okay, that would make sense. Because I was gonna say, like, he looks a bit squished.
Yeah,
And
I think they're kneeling down for that.
yeah, and then Tokyo Summerland posted three of the members of Mad Kid went to there for the Digimon pre-summer event. Later in June, there'll be footage on the Mad Kid YouTube. Now it's funny when this first went up, I went, "Oh, that's weird." I thought one of them went with like family and didn't go for promotional stuff. So this is kind of weird because as far as I know, everyone who likes Mad Kid says they're all very honest and like for they're not generally like if they're doing promotion, they'll be very honest about it. So now I'm looking through the comments from them like, oh, this explains it. So first one of them's like, this is the first time he's ever been to Tokyo Summerland. He thought it was collaboration was amazing, fulfilling and fun. One of them thought, they liked the rides, the Digimon stuff in the pools were fun. They really liked seeing their song being played at the because it was like a wave pool attraction that tried to swallow him. And he talked about, he liked
Yeah,
the
I think the previous article he mentioned taking like a niece or
yeah.
nephew.
Well, so that gets explained in minutes. Also, Yoda talks about the almond tofu Reina drink was good. Kazuki then is where we get the he talks about going there, promotion, and then he laughs and notes it's actually the second time he's been there in a month, and he was the one who indeed was there like a couple weeks ago. He weirdly he
Yay.
says this time the attraction with their song playing, he thought it was better than when he actually went there for enjoyment. And also, he was very happy because I think because it was a promotional visit, they brought them all the food. Because if you remember when we went over the stuff, it's like one dish per menu at the place. So it isn't like a collaboration cafe
Yeah.
in there. It's like each place has one theme drink. So he was able to try stuff that he wasn't able to last time. So yeah, and that's until June 29th. So that is a couple more weeks
And the
for
food
anyone interested.
still looks good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, am I wrong, or are the actual photos we've gotten of the food and drink for this look better than the promo photos, which generally look far better?
Yeah.
Like the
Like
rate,
that actually looks delicious. That looks I would eat that immediately.
I was gonna say the drinks look better than the promo images I recall. Although I think the Murasimon one doesn't look better. That one doesn't. Where like the photos was like the perfectly grilled and everything.
Yeah.
Then Time Stranger demo on Switch and Switch 2. Now, Dev, I know you grabbed the Switch one. Were you able to try it yet?
Not yet because I lost electricity yesterday, so I
Yeah,
did not have enough power to do shit. I had no internet.
yeah. So I grabbed the Switch 2 one and immediately went to just testing visuals. And the problem is when you test visuals and give your opinion, everyone decides. Well, you get two types of, actually three responses. The first is people who aren't sure what you mean, which is fine, you can explain it. Then people who are just saying you're being too picky. And the ones that always make you feel good is when people seem to actually get worse results and you're like, oh, maybe I was too easy on it. So the two graphic modes were actually active in the demo. So
Okay.
1080p 60, the graphics look really rough, especially the lines on your character, but smooth movement.
Ew.
4K
Okay.
30 looks decent bit better. In the intro stuff, I was not holding 30 for me. That is the one where I got a number of people going, it was not good for them. The weird thing that I still don't get is I don't get why HDR is locked to the 4K 30 mode. And I don't know if it's the system or the game. It does not like you swapping between those modes with SDR and HDR. Sometimes I had to pull my Switch from the dock and plug it back in to make the modes engage.
Kind of odd.
See, here's the thing. There aren't many games that I've played on the Switch 2 where in the game menu you would turn HDR on and off from it. So this may be some limitation of the hardware I'm not aware of where it just isn't expecting a game to do that. Um, the HDR seemed nice though, because there has been no Time Stranger HDR up to this point, minus injecting it, you know, using HDR injectors. So the HDR, I'm cautiously positive about it. I think the graphic modes will make more sense for the higher systems, and I'm also very curious to see more from the Switch version. Just to see how it scales.
Yep, and I will be testing how that works when
Yeah,
I have some time.
and remember this is out uh, July July
July
10th,
something?
July 10th, I believe. But here's the key: the intro part, like the other demos, beat the intro part, you get a save to export that will import into the game, and then you can just continue along from right where it ends.
Yeah, that way you don't have to do
Yeah,
that all over again, especially if it's a slog.
yeah. I still remember. I think it was Dragon Quest 11S had that, and that is like a 10-15 hour demo. Like it is sizable.
Damn.
But yeah, this is a good way to test how it will run on the different systems for you if you're getting it on the Switch. Um, yeah, nothing too unexpected. The only weird thing is I was expecting them to plug DLSS into it to clean up the graphics a bit, because that's like hardware supported on the Switch too, and nada. So I'm not sure if it's just not there yet, because that is such an easy way to cheat to make it look better. So about a month to go, and we'll definitely see more of Time Stranger before then. And then, hey, look, Digimon Up. This okay. Armadimon is probably the most argued about sprite that I've seen for this, if people like or not.
Oh god, it's so bad. I've seen better animation on Newgrounds in like the early
I
2000s.
like it. I like the sort of like hop skip thing. I don't think it looks great, mind you, but yeah, I
It
un-
looks like play shapes.
I understand why this is the most argued about one. Then we get Gekomon, who we've seen before. The eyes are empty.
No soul.
Oh, it has a soul. It's just brain empty. And then Greymon, for a walking sprite.
It's so smooth.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the legs are really smooth. It's odd because you don't
Yeah,
expect
that's
that, do you?
why I mentioned in the Discord, it's like, okay, whoever animated this gets to live.
Yeah, Greymon. I really want to see him run.
They just speed it up. It's like wait, 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 wait.
Possibly. Then the Tachikawa Showa Keenan Park Fireworks Festival, as part of the 65th one they're doing, announced that the festival on July 25th will have an all Digimon collaboration.
Oh,
So they announced some of the stuff first. Staff T-shirts will have Digimon on it, so people can recognize them easily. Uh, this is one of those events. Anyone who's gone to an event will know what this is. The paper wristband,
yeah.
so they know if they've let you in. That will have Digimon design. At ticket checkpoints, you'll be given a fan with a Digimon design. There'll be collaboration posters on display. And at the day of the event, park announcements will be from Agumon.
Aw, didn't they do that a year or
Yeah,
two ago?
yeah. It was it the
They had
25th?
Agumon
Yeah, the 25th anniversary of Agumon. It wasn't this fireworks show. It was the.
one before, I think.
It was one. It was like in December. It was like a Christmas fireworks show, I think, or maybe it was January. It was like end of the year, beginning of the year though. So yeah. So now
Yeah,
that
didn't Kakugo show post videos or something of
he
it
did,
back
and that was like a
then?
week before they put up like a nice official video of it. But yeah, he was there. He was posting videos. Very neat. Hopefully that happens again with this. And then Cardo Palooza. So first up, Ryugamon. We saw this art from the promo poster. Still very. I like the thick outlines where it has like an almost
Yeah, it's
inky
like the
look to it.
calligraphy, like the brush look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we get Takenmon and Hakubamon. The high point here is Takenmon, because really you look at you all you can really think is cow. Uh,
Oh,
Hakubamon looks
that's
good too.
adorable.
It's just Takenmon looks really good.
You can't beat the baby cow.
Sanzomon, and we get her where she isn't alone. Really good. I love the framing with the sun, and she's covering the eyes. Works really well.
Me trying to cross the parking lot after getting out of work.
Uh, Then Sanaketsu Invitation and San Myojin Arrival, we get profile art with background. Nothing really super exciting here. It makes sense though to do them.
Yeah. Nice backgrounds though.
And
The
then we get
textures are pleasing.
Gamamon and Battle both with really nice animation cartoony artwork. And Gamamon has a
It's
stick.
a he's so happy.
I know. Kenna Weissman doesn't. Well, he may be happy, but for a different reason.
He's burning everything down
He
around
looks
him.
neat. Then after Kenna Weissman, we get Proximamon. Every Proximon card,
They're so busy.
I know, and like I get it has to be because of design, but like the color works excellent. But you look at it, and you're just like, I don't know where I should look.
Yeah, it's like you're just trying to like, oh my god, my retinas, and then it's like, okay, kind of
Yeah,
breaking down. Like, okay, what? Okay, so that's on a stick. I think that's its actual head.
yeah.
Is that another head?
And then parallel art for Erlangmon, Nezhamon, and Takudomon, who are the three members of the Seneketsu. Really gorgeous panorama. Like this is fucking gorgeous.
It's like, please just give us a fucking poster of it. Actually, make it a
There's only one thing. There's
playmat.
only one thing I don't like about this panorama. Zoom in on Takudomon's face and look at like you get the whole armor, but also like the human face, like tiny at the bottom. Then Kaguyamon, Amaterasumon, and Ryugamon, all members of the Sen Myojin, get the same setup. Again, really fucking gorgeous. Holy shit.
I love the colors so much. It's like, the rising sun.
Just good. Then
And the
really,
rainbows.
really,
Happy Pride Month.
really gorgeous. They keep running through like the most gorgeous cards. So Agumon and Gabumon.
I love the stuff that this artist makes.
These are some of the best ones. The only issue I have here, does the Agumon head feel like it's from something we've seen before?
It makes me think of the Agumon denim uh thing.
I didn't think about that. And both have Nyarumon.
I would expect Gabumon to have like
Yeah,
Tokomon.
that's what I thought too. That I looked at him like, oh, that's weird. That's not Tokumon. Who's that? I'm like, wait, is that also Nyarumon? Yes, it is. Then Giant Meat,
This just
which
makes
is
me
meat.
hungry.
Then another panorama. This time it's Metal Grumon, Omegamon, and Wargreymon. And we can instantly tell what the most expensive three cards in the set are going to be.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely.
The weird. So it's always interesting when we get more stylized art where people are like, that doesn't look right. I've seen a lot of people complain about Metal Grumon's head, but I don't really have an issue with it because like the art is stylized a bit. Everything's kind of like
Yeah,
a
his head's like a little more bullet shaped.
everything's kind of
His head's less blocky, but I
yeah.
like it.
Yeah, it's the art style. Everything's a bit combination more curvier and sharper. Yeah, these are definitely gonna be the three most expensive cards of this set, I think.
Yeah, if you pull that Omegamon card, you're basically just selling it to pay off your mortgage.
Yeah, it's so good. Then uh, parallel tamer cards for Hero, Kiyoshiro, and Ryuli. New anime style art for all of them and for their partners at the ultimate level. These are all fucking gorgeous.
I love these. Especially like the colors taking up like the entire background and how like deep and saturated
I
they
know,
are.
it's so good. See, I went and checked a few places. I'm like, weird, this feels like this is like high end promotional art. And it's like, no, it does look like it's all new. It's all so good. Then we finish with a Proximon parallel card that we got a bit ago. Really good, but also continues the theme of being too busy. Although, am I wrong? Or is the background supposed to be like a stylized 3D version of a Hyper Coliseum background?
It looks like that, especially because like the circuit board texture.
Yeah, it's
It's like
very
circuit board above and like lava below.
yeah, it's very neat looking. You want to know what the weirdest thing about this image though is with the coloring and everything? Okay, so if you look at the like the thorax part, does it look like it has a pale Dramon head?
You're right, especially like that one little line looks almost like the eye of Imperial Dramon's face.
Yeah, that's I was looking at that. I'm like, oh, that's weird because I know that's not what it is, but it feels like it a bit. That's it for cards. Then, like we talked about last week, the re-release of the Taiching Raymon gem is up to pre-order. Still a really nice figure.
Very cool.
I'm trying to remember when the last time, because it came out in 2017, but I don't remember the last time it got a re-release. Maybe a year later,
Mm,
and this is almost 10 inches tall.
a
So,
big chunky boy.
so here's the thing: if someone got the Precious Gem War Greymon, this is actually bigger than that figure, and that was big. And then Dev, favorite time, new poll. Favorite 5 stars partner Digimon. Am I wrong? Or have we.
Oh,
So this is a weird thing. So it feels like the polls here because they're going to be showing up more soon. But thus far, have any of them really shown up enough where it feels like we should be having a poll about them?
here I thought Programmon was a guest Digimon.
He's both. But uh, like even Proganomon, did it feel like we did that much with him? Like not that
Not
we're gonna
really. He's
do.
around for like an episode and a half, and
Like I just feel like it feels like this would be a cooler one to do more when the series is almost over, just because like Flaremon, we've gotten him doing what one thing? It was that one fight. Did he
yeah.
fight past that? I don't remember.
No, he was just kind of like an asshole on screen and
Marine
then
Chimeramon,
standing there.
what, like a fight and a half?
If that,
Lilamon, a couple seconds. Proganomon was arguably an arc boss, but I feel like he didn't do enough. And Gokuamon, he's stood there and done a few interesting things, but we have not done, yeah. And even in chat, like even Tiny Iron Fist, like they've barely had any screen time. Like we got to vote for
seemed
tactics.
generally menacing.
Yeah, it's hard
It's
to
like for
get.
someone whose partners are in the opening theme,
It's
they
very
they haven't been around that
it's
much.
very hard to gauge this one because you almost can't vote for them based on the show. Which, like when they did tactics, like okay, it's gonna be popularity, but a lot of if you're a fan enough to do these votes, you're gonna be thinking about the show. You can't. I don't. I get.
They're not around enough to really go based on the character in the
Yeah.
show. You're mostly going on like the
Yeah.
character as
Okay.
it
Okay.
exists in other media.
If I have to guesstimate, okay, top two could flip between these. So I think it's gonna be Flaremon or Gokuamon. Then three, I think is Lilamon. Four, I think is Proganomon, and five, I think is Marine Chimeramon.
That sounds about right, because
That's as close as I can guess because, as far as Beatbreak goes, we do not know most of these characters.
yeah, I mean Lilamon might move a little higher just for the waifu vote, but
Possibly. But yeah, I don't know about this one. Then from the weekend batch, we had 2 reference book updates: Tawumon from New Century and Bear Catmon from Beatbreak. Really nice profile art, I will say, for both of them.
very cool. I like seeing more of the details on Tawumon.
I like that they've integrated the speedy skating on Bear Catmon, to be honest.
Gotta go fast.
Yes. Then 10 more subbed episodes of 2020 have been put on YouTube. It's up through 51 through 60 now. So the next batch will be the last.
Yay
Then
for accessibility.
the Toei Animation Museum put up another preview of their Beatbreak exhibition that they started. Nothing super big. They show the key art, a placard with the basic show introduction, which like e-pulse cleaners and so forth, and an introduction placard to explain what storyboards are for people going to the museum who may not know the animation process because they have the storyboards on display.
Well, it's an animation museum, so neat.
Do you like how they won't show us the actual exhibits though?
Just wait till Kakado blows through.
Yep. Then uh, June 14th, they said is Miharu's birthday, so they put up some art on the Digimon TV Twitter. That is a nice minute menacing piece of art, isn't it? Where like every detail is meant to be cute and fun, but the way it's constructed is meant to look creepy.
Like the shading and the lighting, it's like,
Yeah,
oh, okay, she's
yeah.
she's gonna go a little yandere.
In chat they said eerie, because that's the funny part is there is nothing actually here that's creepy. It's how it's constructed, which I like. Then we have some art from Beatbreak 25. So first up, the Digimon TV account put up art of Reina and Bear Catmon with text that said ahead of everyone, which is what they said in the episode.
We're so happy for her finally.
It's really a nice piece of art. Like really excellent color work also. Takeru Kojima, the character designer for Beatbreak, since he generally puts these up like right before the episode starts, he often leaves out spoilery stuff. So this is Sana. So she's holding one of Bombermon's bombs, but unless I'm wrong, nothing from Bombermon is visible in this. Is that correct? I kept trying to look, going, am I?
Correct.
Because what is the way her legs are? I kept thinking I was seeing Bombermon's sleeves.
Oh yeah, because like the e-pulse kind of squiggle behind her.
Yeah. And then Akimini Aki posted art of Reina. Very nice, like not quite casual sketch, but really good. Then for those in chat, time to throw up your questions. While we start with the ones who said ahead of time, someone said, "Do you prefer Digimon to have one-off media like movies and other one-off things, or longer stuff like shows, Liberated, and that sort of things?" I like them to have both.
Both.
Like
Like why not both?
I just like Digimon. Like here's the thing, Liberator was good for what it was. It had flaws that probably were more specific to us because less card game players, more reading it for the story. Uh, then you have like short ongoing stuff like the Digimon comics, which were nice and focused in general. One-off movies
Also
like his,
good seeing like different like perspectives too.
yeah, like just stuff. It does not matter if it's short or long. It's sometimes neat to see different. I think generically every 3 or 4 years, it does feel like Digimon does need a long form TV show, though. Yeah. It's sort of like
Give me all the things.
even before we knew Beatbreak was coming, we were even saying like it feels like we're almost there timing in, don't you think?
Like we're due for a show.
Yeah. Uh Meta Knight Metal King in chat asks, what do you think the chances that Reina's Mega will be Honey Badgermon? It does feel like the only possible theme of Reina's Digimon is that it's kind of changing animal, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like what would I expect it to be because like Prestimon, then you get like the battler with guns, and then she shrinks to action skater, sporty. Like, do you think it'd be something like I'm trying to think in my head like I think you would almost expect like almost like a swordsman like we got last time.
I just had a terrible thought, and no one who isn't old is going to get this reference, but I imagine like the giant werewolf thylacine from the Howling 3 or something like that.
See, I don't know what I think. Like my brain's still like focusing on weird, different stuff. Like,
It's like, what obscure mammals can we use now?
oh, you know what would be? See, they're not going to use a pre-existing Digimon, but you know who it feels like would work really well if they were. You're gonna
Yes.
hate Duftmon.
I mean, style-wise, that actually would work out pretty cool.
It fits the animal
Also, the
theme.
mode change.
Yeah, it feels like Duff. Like I don't think it matches like what we've seen. It does feel something like that. Feels like it would really work. Then someone said, follow up that you saw coming. What games are you looking forward to from the Nintendo Direct?
Zelda, 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 Zelda.
That is the very very easy. Um,
But also
Zelda,
very, very true.
Zelda, Kingdom Hearts. I might finally have time to play Xenoblade with them all getting Switch 2 remaster ports.
I would also greatly like to play Fire Emblem because that is just a series that I very greatly enjoy, both story-wise and game mechanics.
Let's see, what else did they announced a decent enough. So Zelda, Kingdom Hearts. Trying to think.
It's a lot of fun stuff in general. Mm.
Did they announce the new Final Fantasy there, or was it at a different one?
Um, they did announce the Final Fantasy there, the 2D HD.
Yeah, that looks good. I'm the concept I think is interesting, and I think if it does well, a lot of other companies will take note of it. Did you see what the concept actually is, Dev?
Um,
They're taking
I have not.
so they took the story that people liked from the mobile game Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, removing all the gameplay and world map and everything is original, but taking the story and characters from the mobile game and making a full game around them.
Oh,
But using the story from the first year or two of it. And it's like that could be a way to like keep stories like how many Digimon fans would freak out if they went, okay, we're gonna use the story engine again, but do a Re-Arise game.
that would be very satisfying because, like, I know a thing in general that people hate about mobile games. Like, wow, this storyline is really cool and interesting, but
And it's gone.
there'll be no more access to it
Yeah,
in a year or two.
yeah,
It just becomes lost media.
yeah, that'd be a neat one, I think. But yeah, the easy big answer is Zelda. I can't decide
Look, I'm
if
just waiting to see what Zelda and or Sheik's design is so I can become absolutely fucking feral.
I'm trying to decide if it was smart to not show gameplay or not. I feel like it's a disservice, but I can also see like not showing anything at this point just builds up hype and lets them reveal it in a month or two, especially with um
I feel
yeah.
like we're gonna have a Zelda direct because at the end of
Well,
the
I'm sure
that reminds me, Splatoon Raiders. That also looks really fun.
and do you want to know what the big absolute cheat is, Def?
Yes.
The release date, the original release date in both Japan and North America were different dates in late November. So it would not shock me if they like went right to where the game originally came out date wise.
I could see them doing that.
Yeah, it does feel very Nintendo-ish to be like, oh, wait, what date are these? One sec, I'm skipping ahead.
I'm going to
Oh,
die during that month.
the North American release date is going to be a Monday. You can do a game on a Monday. Nintendo often will release stuff on, big games on Fridays, Thursdays. Do a Monday and say you're doing it on the anniversary of the game. Uh, Then someone said, "What
I
rabbit?"
work in retail. I'm going to be dead.
And I'm often very busy,
Not
and
gonna sleep.
I won't be dead, but I may not have time. I will find time for it.
Oh, I as will I, but
I know.
physically, I will be dead.
Is that what's going
I
to
will be a
act?
re-dead.
Is that what's going to get you to buy a Switch too?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Uh, then someone said, "Dev, what rabbit do you want to see as a Digimon, and preferably pick an obscure rabbit breed?" I do not know rabbit breed, so I can't really.
Um, Angora would be really good, but I forget the name of it, but I keep calling it the Reese Cup Bunny, where it's like dark brown, but it has orangey spots on it. Which is like,
Yeah, I just don't know rabbit breed, so I can't really comment on it at all. While you look that up, Dev, I'll go on to the next one. Someone said, now that it's been a bit of time, if you assume anyone is eligible, what Digimon do you want to see in the Time Stranger expansion? I think the cheat and it's not the cheat answer, but I think it's true. Is I think want to see Ghost Game Digimon, want to see Liberator Digimon, want to see Beatbreak Digimon.
more towards like Liberator,
Oh, I want to see them all.
because yes, we want Gamamon the baby, but yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm saying if you assume anyone is eligible, I want to see like all the Digimon that it feels like should have been ready to go. Then someone said, "Was the next movie you will watch at home, whether new or old?"
Uh,
Uh, I
mm.
believe my Hamilton disc is on the way,
Oh,
which I've seen it streaming, but I want to get the disc. Were you able to find that rabbit breed, Dev, or no?
yes. It's just called the Tan Rabbit,
Okay.
which it's not tan, but that's what it's called.
Last chance for questions from chat. Someone said, "Do you think we'll get more stuff than we know about for the Digimon Tamer 25th or the upcoming Digimon 29th later this month?" Oh, we'll get more. It's just a matter of what it is. Summer is always key
I
for this
expect
type of
more
thing.
pop-up shops.
Yeah, we'll see what else we get. It's always hard to gauge, especially since we don't know what the summer event's going to be this year. Like, we've always had like a very focused event. Now it feels almost like it might be some sort of small roadshow type thing. They haven't really clarified yet, which it feels like they really have to clarify that soon, don't they?
Yeah, it's almost July, my dudes.
Yeah, so we'll have to clear. Okay, I think that is it for questions from everyone. Dev, what Wikimon article would you like people to read?
uh, Considering we're on bunnies, go for Lopmon.
Lotmon's always a good choice.
I
Let's
love
see.
Lopmon.
This time we were here because on Sunday because Dev is not available tomorrow. Next week I'm not sure if I'm available on Monday, so we may be here Sunday again. At the moment, I'm not completely sure.
I
We
may be sacrificed to retail again at god awful hours of the night and morning, so
so Sunday may work better for you, anyways.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, we will let you guys know. Uh, Thank you everyone for showing up. We will catch you next time. Bye.
Bye.